The pain is indescribable, a torment no family or child should ever face. We cannot express the depth of our sorrow, nor the desperation that consumes us as each moment passes without news of Elijah's safety. Elijah is a joyful and curious boy, full of life and love. He is a precious child who deserves every chance of happiness, and his absence is deeply felt by all who know and love him. We long to hear his laughter, to witness his curiosity, and to feel the warmth of his embrace. The emptiness left in his absence is a void that cannot be filled by anything else. Elijah, if you can hear us, know that you are deeply missed and loved, and we will not rest until you are safely back in our arms.
Really immediately we realized that we needed more resources. Every officer, including myself, was out searching that day for Elijah. When we needed more help, we reached out to the fire department and our Department of Public Works. Soon after that, we got some information stating that Elijah may have gone missing at 8 a.m.
Know something. Just want to remind everyone, tip line, state tip line, we've received hundreds and hundreds of tips that DCI agents are following up on, FBI agents are following up on, and local law enforcement. That tip line is 844-267-6648.
Last question.
And as a reminder again, as Chief reiterated, there's a $1,000 reward out from our local Crime Stoppers for information leading to the discovery of Elijah, and now the FBI has stepped up their ballgame, which we have posters set up by them, $15,000 reward for anyone that has information leading to his recovery and or arrest and prosecution of anyone responsible for his disappearance.
Thank you to everyone in the community. They've provided food and drinks towards all these efforts, and thanks to all those private search efforts. On Saturday, we announced a Crime Stoppers Award of $1,000 for information leading to the location of Elijah, and have since provided other ways that people can donate here in the community or abroad. I will say that again, when we're talking about the Amber Alert that we put out, people wanted me to speculate on an abduction versus endangered. At this point, what I do know is a child was missing in cold temperatures, winter temperatures, in relatively little clothing and possibly a blanket. That's what we're searching for, and we'll continue to search for until I get some answers.
I know you asked for surveillance video. Has there been any video that shows him on his own walking, anything like that?
I can't comment directly on that. What I will say is if that is in fact the case, I know that we have DCI agents, FBI agents, and local police doing just that because we're following up on all tips, any tips that relate to Elijah Vue and his return.
Chief Lopos, NBC 26, you mentioned that there are search efforts in other parts of the state. Can you speak to what those have included? You mentioned here we've been searching landfills and waterways. You said that there have been searches going on in Wisconsin Dells. What have those looked like? Well,
I think what I can tell you is that you've seen and you guys have been broadcasting searches of landfills, searches of our waterways. We know that people have been out into the Dells. Those are all things that we're following up on leads on. Any lead, we'll leave no rock unturned. We're going to follow up on those leads because ultimately our goal is, again, we want to bring Elijah home. So it doesn't matter how small that lead or tip may be, please bring that to us. Contact our tip line because we will get people out there to follow up on any lead whatsoever. I think we're going to go back over here because he was asking earlier.
You had spoke about misinformation before. How does misinformation spread, specifically in this case on Facebook, hinder this specific investigation and just an investigation in general?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
The misinformation on Facebook, how does that hinder an investigation, this one specifically and just in general?
That in particular doesn't necessarily hinder the investigation. What it does is it hinders all the efforts within the community because again, our primary efforts here are to bring Elijah home safe. And if the public's getting misinformation, that's going to lead them awry. I want them to know the facts. Our department takes pride in remaining transparent here in Two Rivers, and that's why I'm putting out all these news releases. That's why I'm having a news conference with you today, is because I want the public to know the facts, just the facts, and be up to date with those facts. So they can continue their own searches,